Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 861 for February 10th, 2017. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about part two of what we talked about last night. Now, last night we talked about not being able to see the good not being able to see the bad in anybody. No matter what they do, we weren't able to see the bad in them. So it's kind of like talking about people who are your favorites or whatever. Tonight, we're talking about can't see the good in nobody, no matter what they do. So it's like, this is the opposite of your favorite. Not necessarily somebody that you don't like or somebody that you hate, but for some reason, you just can't seem to get any appreciation for them. Now, it may not be you personally, but you may have been the victim or on the receiving end of this type of action or whatever. Excuse me, y'all. Allergies acting crazy tonight. Okay. So yeah, maybe you have experienced something like this in your life where it seemed like you were the ugly duckling of the situation. Not necessarily of your family, but it could be of your family too. But it just seems like everybody got things that you didn't get. You were like the Cinderella or the Cinderfella Dane of the situation, where everybody was treated a little bit better than you. No matter what you did, no matter how you got your shine on, no matter how much praise you got from everybody else in the rest of the world, you just couldn't get to get the praise or the adoration or the appreciation of somebody or something in your life. Maybe you were the best student in your class. Maybe you were the most skilled person on the team. But for some reason, the teacher never was the one to pat you on the back or to encourage you, whatever. Or when you took your report card home, all of your other brothers and sisters didn't get very good grades, but you always got really good grades and excelled, never got in trouble at school and all of that. But you never got that praise. Your brothers or your sisters messing up constantly. But they were treated like the best thing since sliced bread. At least that's the way it seemed in your opinion. Because you knew that you were doing the right thing. You were following the structured way of how to do things and how to be. But you never could get the type of appreciation that you were supposed to get. And let's say you were really good at sports or some kind of extracurricular activity. But the instructor or the coach or whatever never gave you the type of props that you should have had. And it can have a really bad effect on you going forward, because maybe you were so good at what you used to do that you could have gone on and done that professionally. But perhaps they ruined that for you because nobody gave you that push. Nobody gave you that, listen, you so good at this, I can put you with this person or that person, get you some mentorship, and really take this to the next level. So maybe you figure, well, maybe I'm not even all that good at it. Maybe I'm good, but since nobody is showing any love, but they're showing love to these cats that aren't as good as me, maybe I should try something else. And then what do we have? Another dream deferred. It's a sad situation. It really is. And it's not a situation that has to exist, but it does exist. And sometimes, sometimes we get the luck of the draw, and sometimes we just get the longest straw instead of the shortest straw. Well, however that goes. I'm going through it. Oh my God, this drives me crazy. I shouldn't even be doing this video under these types of conditions. But anyway, that's just how it be with some people in some situations. Like, I've known people that were straight haters, and I hate to use that word without justifying it, but if you see somebody that is really good at something, that does something really well, or they're really putting in a lot of effort, why wouldn't you encourage them to do better or to keep going? But some people, because they don't like something about somebody, or they just don't like somebody, no matter what they do, they won't give them any kind of props. They won't show them no love. They won't give them the respect or the appreciation that they deserve. Why not? Why not? You can go back to not liking a person. It could be like, like because we do it in sports all the time. We acknowledge how good somebody is at what they do, even if we don't seem to like them personally. And a lot of times, as crazy as it seems, you don't have to know a person in order to like them or dislike them. To some people, that sounds ridiculous, but that's just life. You know what I mean? There's certain things that happen to us in our upbringing or in our experiences in life, and it shapes the way that we are. And sometimes the way that we are isn't the best way to be. But we don't know that because we are the way we are. But I think it's important to show love where love is deserved. Why not? It don't cost nothing. And if you think it's going to cost you your own self-esteem, then that's something you have to check within yourself. Because you know that ain't right. What you mean? Your self-esteem or your pride is compromised because you gave somebody their props. Because this is a sad state of affairs, especially when it comes to children. No matter what they do. Because, children look for the adoration of... They look for the adoration, the appreciation, and the validation of their parents. That's just what children are bred to do. So if they get that in their younger years, you're getting them off to a good start, because that's the foundation. The same way as if you don't do that for them, if you don't get them off to a good start, then you're really doing them a disservice, and you can hurt them. You can wind up really, really hurting them bad. Because you don't want a small child, a young child, to be a victim of low self-esteem at a young age. You don't want that. That's a deep hole to try to have to dig yourself out in your young life, and it's something that can carry on to all the way into adulthood and have you doing all kinds of stuff, doing all kinds of things just to be noticed, getting into bad relationships, abusive relationships, just because that person showed a little bit of love in the beginning, but then they turn bad on them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I don't expect everybody to understand that, overstand that. Because it doesn't happen in every situation. But our goal should be to make sure that it never happens in any situation. And one of the ways to do that is to make sure that people get the appreciation that they deserve. Just like we were talking about the other night. There's sometimes when somebody is your favorite or whatever, you just can't see no bad in them. No matter what they do, no matter how much problems they cause other people and themselves, no matter how many mistakes that they make, no matter how many bad things that they do on purpose, you can't see the bad in them. So how is it that no matter how good you do, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much good is in you, somebody can't see the good in you? They can't find a way to appreciate you. They can't find a way to give you your props. Come on, man, we got to do better than that. And we can do better than that. And the way we do better is we try. We have to look deep down inside of ourselves and find the best part of ourselves, instead of letting the bad part of ourselves shine through. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to do none of that. So let's try to do a little bit better. That somebody is doing some good things. They're trying hard. They're breaking through. Let them know that you appreciate them, that you're feeling them. Don't keep it up like, man, I don't care. Look, he could come in the form of Jesus Christ. I guess I ain't gonna be a Christian that day. That ain't cool. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, just like we have favorites where we can't see the bad in somebody, we also have the opposite of what a favorite is. So that's the one we dislike the most. And the worst thing about that situation is that we will never admit that we're mistreating somebody because we don't like them or don't love them. But you're doing everything to show that you don't love them. And that ain't cool. You telling somebody that you do like them or you do love them, but you treat them like shit, that's a bad mixed signal. The same way we complain about when you tell somebody that you I don't know, will we tell somebody that we don't love them, don't like them or whatever, but then treat them well? I'm not sure if it works that way. Anyway, the Daily Go Get 'Emism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call-in number is 319-527-6199. Listen online, blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. You have a good night. Show that love, baby.